Your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, and today I want to introduce Marvin to you. Marvin is a veteran in the Navy. He was in the Navy for 6 years, and we want to thank you for that service, by the way. And we want to thank all veterans who have fought and sacrificed so much for our freedom. And we actually got Marvin from a referral from the VA here in Houston. Tomball actually, but Houston. And Marvin has had difficulties with involuntary movements in his left hand, especially when he's like trying to grab stuff. Like, hang on to that for a second. Yeah, so you can see he's got some involuntary movements there. Now we've done some neurological exams on him, and he does not have any issues with nystagmus or George's test being positive, which checks for a loss of blood flow into the brain, and they've done MRIs on his brain and tell him that there's nothing there, but there's nothing wrong either. I'm just kidding. Okay, Marvin, let's check your posture first. There we go. All right, now let's have you flex your head forward and then backwards. Just your head. And then back all the way. And as you can see, he's got a very limited range of motion in flexion and extension. And we're checking his posture on a three-dimensional axis right now, and he's translated to the right. He's also got that forward head posture, as you see in so many patients. And then we will do a post-adjustment evaluation on him so you can see the difference following the adjustments. He's got a pelvis that has translated to the right of center as well. And his thoracic spine is actually translated to the left of center. So, okay, Marvin, let's have you take your phone off here for just a second. Now, the best adjustment that we have done on Marvin, come over here and lay on this table on your back for me, Marvin, is this decompression adjustment on the y-axis, because we get movement from his skull, slide down this way just a little bit more. There you go. All the way down to his sacrum in his pelvis. And slide down a little bit more. By the way, if you are a veteran and watching this, back in 2006, the Department of Veterans Affairs came out with a press release telling the veterans that they can get chiropractic care on an outpatient basis on a program through the Veterans Administration called fee basis. There we go. Now lay your head right on back. And let's have you close, keep your mouth closed, take a deep breath through your nose. Then let it all the way out and relax. There you go. There we go. Good. Now see, we got movement all the way down there, didn't we, Marvin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue that one. Hang on one second. Both reflexes are great there. Now, lay your head right in my hands here, Marvin. Now, I get much better adjustment on Marvin. Drop this right in my hand. Right after we do this decompression, because his joints aren't all jammed up together. Good. Now, we're going to let his legs down, which will draw his legs up, of course, so we'll relax paraspinal muscles. Felt that all the way through, didn't you, Marvin?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about that.
Feet.
Yeah. Okay, let's come over here on your side and lay on your stomach on that one. I'll help you up here. There we go.
Where is it getting better, too? I'm getting worse and move my legs when I get up. I just it's drunk feet.
I want to acknowledge a couple of veterans that we have taken care of, and one of them is actually a chiropractor friend of mine up in Southern Illinois, Mark Garrison, Dr. Mark Garrison. And also Lee Webster here in Houston. He was in Vietnam. And I think it's a really good thing that the Veterans Administration did for the veterans when they included chiropractic care in their veterans benefits. If you are a veteran and watching this, all you need to do is go to your primary care doctor at the Veterans Hospital where you live, which they have a huge one here in Houston, and tell your primary care doc that you're having back problems and want to see a chiropractor in your city or area. If you're in Houston here, you can specifically tell them you want to see Dr. Gregory Johnson at Advanced Chiropractic Relief, and they will actually pre-authorize your chiropractic treatment ahead of time, just like they did with Marvin here. So when he first came to us, we already had the approval from Veterans Administration and the treatment plan scheduled for him on a trial basis. And then after that, we're going to re-examine him, see what his subjective and objective findings are at that point in time, write a report, send it back to the VA, and then they can make a decision on whether he can continue to get care through the fee basis program or not. And we've worked with veterans ever since this program's come out in California, as well as here in Texas. And by the way, I also wanted to acknowledge a couple of our long-standing YouTube subscribers and viewers and commenters. Metals099 has been with us since the very beginning, and Beyond 1000 as well. So I want to acknowledge them, as well as Ben Altadonna, Evan Davis, Dr. Evan Davis out in San Francisco, and Dr. Ben Altadonna, who is the creator of Chirotrust, which is a public consumer website regarding chiropractic care, and that is www.chiro-trust.org. There's some great scientific articles on there that are put in more lay terms so that you can read them, but also has all the references to the scientific literature. Now I'm going to put your head down a little bit here, Marvin. Scoot up in there just a little bit for me. There we go. Yeah, there, just breathe normal. Okay. There we go, movement there. Now Marvin's spine has really loosened up since we first met him. When he first came in here, he was like adjusting a concrete block. You remember those days, Marvin?
Yeah.
And this turbo meter on him. Now, I'm going to do a relay check. His legs are exactly even. Just relax here, Marvin. And that doesn't hurt your low back at all, does it?
No.
Now, Marvin knows better, but he's still sitting on this wall over here.
It just wouldn't.
It just won't go leave, he says. So he's going to be haunted by that for a while. But one of these days he'll take it out of there and put it in his front pocket. There we go. We don't get on Marvin too much about anything, because if anybody served our country for 6 years, I don't have anything bad to say about any of them. There we go. Good. Now, let's go ahead and set you up, Marvin, face towards Renee there. He's actually moving quite a bit better than we were that first day.
I couldn't move.
Yeah. Let's take a, here, let me take a look here. Look straight ahead. There we go. I'm going to just move this right shoulder through a range of motion. Good. And let's do this left one now. And we got one little adjustment on that left shoulder. Yeah, it's really good on the right one. Now, with this involuntary movement in his left arm, one has to consider, first and foremost, what most people would think of would be Parkinson's. But they've done MRIs on your brain, right? Showed no sign of any of that, Parkinson's or any other lesions at all, are there?
They always try to treat me. They would tell me where I read the medicine.
Mm-hmm. So we are opening up the neural pathways through the entire left upper extremity. Mm-hmm. You got better strength in this hand than you used to. There we go. Good. But he's still having an issue with it. So let's come over here in front of the mirror now, Marvin. I'm going to shoot you.
Both hips
You're the
was out,
second
wasn't it?
veteran that we've taken care of this morning, actually.
Both my hips were out, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Now, I'm going to have you close your eyes again and go forward and backwards, just with your head. Forward all the way. Good. Backward all the way. Now, you can see how much improvement we've got in his range of motion on neutral. But his posture is still off a little bit, so we're going to pre-stress him in a mirror image. Let me have your whole head here. Now, keep your eyes open for me. I'm going to translate your head left like this. Keep that shoulder back. And shift your pelvis straight to the left. There you go. Hold that up here like this. Mm-hmm. And then we adjust his atlas on the x-axis, which sends a barrage of neurological information into his cerebellum. Cerebellum controls balance, posture, coordination, and all kinesthetic movement. So we are retraining his cerebellum to hold him in a better posture. That's called neuromuscular reeducation. Now, Marvin, let's have you flex your head forward and backwards again, see if this feels smoother to you.
Oh, yeah.
Much better. Take a look at your posture now. See, it's even on both sides here.
Why
Shoulders
rock
squared up.
it? I can see that.
Yep, yep. Here. So, Marvin, if you had to say something to the veterans here watching this about getting chiropractic care, what would you advise them to do?
Well, you need to go to them when your doctor can't do nothing. Go to a chiropractor. Don't take no for an answer.
Yeah, Marvin was persistent with his VA doctor, and he got referred over here to see us. So we're glad to have him, and we're really thank all the veterans again for their service to our country. God bless y'all. This is your Houston chiropractor. We'll see you next time.